like you'll often hear platitudes about, mindfulness is living in the present moment. You often hear that a lot online on the internet. Mindfulness is living in the present moment, but this doesn't really fully describe what mindfulness is. Dogs, for instance, Vivek, they live or they seem to live in the present moment, right? But when you look at them, they're not mindful at all. They don't look mindful at all. I mean, they're all over the place. So mindfulness has to mean something else, something deeper than just living in the present moment. And a better definition of what mindfulness is, I think, is it's the awareness. Mindfulness is the awareness that arises from paying attention on purpose in the present moment and non-judgmentally. Non-judgmentally, meaning that you're feeling whatever it is that you're experiencing in the present moment, and you're being aware of it with exquisite detail. And when you're doing it, while you're doing it, while you're observing your experience, you're doing it with complete acceptance, without an ounce of craving for what's pleasant and aversion for what's unpleasant, for what's uncomfortable. And that's a better way of describing what mindfulness is, in my opinion, instead of describing it as just living in the present moment. But yeah, so once again, as you mentioned at the very beginning, emotional intelligence, maturity in how you deal with your emotions is a very important aspect of trading, not even trading, of investing as well. And so mindfulness can help you develop that emotional intelligence on purpose, because you're doing it on purpose. This is a practice that you're doing every day. When you could do it in the morning, you could do it in the evening, but you're doing it every day. And that practice, that ongoing practice, is making some very is causing some very durable changes in your brain. And that's been scientifically proven. So this is not some sort of practice that you do out there that you don't know if it's really going to work. No, mindfulness, there's an onslaught of scientific research that's happening right now in the scientific world about mindfulness, and the practice has been confirmed to have so many benefits for people in general, let alone traders. I mean, it's very beneficial for traders, but for people at large who want to learn to deal with their emotions better, who want to develop that so-called emotional intelligence that you mentioned at the very beginning, mindfulness can help you develop those.
Sure. So can you be more specific? Like if someone does this practice, say before the market opens or during the market hour, and just think about nothing, how does it help a person in trade management?
Right. So this capacity to take some time aside for yourself every single day, what this does is that it slows down your racing thoughts. And when we approach the market, Vivek, we tend to do that with a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear sometimes, because look, the stakes are high. Okay, our hard-earned money is involved here. So it's normal that we feel fearful and greedy, and we feel FOMO, fear of missing out. We fear anxiety as to how things will unfold for us. And this is totally normal, because once again, our hard-earned money is involved, and we want to make money, we want to keep money. But when you let those emotions, those urges, those impressions sort of work in the background without you being aware of them, what this has the potential to do, what this often does, is that it makes you make stupid emotional based trading errors, and that derail your long-term performance. And so what mindfulness does, what a consistent daily practice does, is that it helps slow down your racing thoughts, and it helps you connect with this, with your emotions, and observe your emotions, and so that you can become more aware of them. So it sets the tone for your trading day, so that you're more aware and rational, and as you said, emotionally intelligent, and emotionally prepare for the trading session. So for me personally, it's been a game changer in my trading, let alone my personal life. In my personal life, it's helped me manage a congenital stutter that I always had, right? For as long as I can remember, that's been the challenge of my life. And if we had this conversation a few years ago, Vivek, I wouldn't be able to form a coherent sentence while talking to you right now. I would repeatedly stumble on my words. This stutter, this speech impediment was a big challenge in my life. But now with a consistent meditation practice, and I've been practicing meditation for many years now, it's helped me develop this awareness of my internal state, of my emotions, of my thoughts. And nowadays I have more control over that speech impediment, so much so that you can barely hear it right now. So it's helped me tremendously in my personal life. Now in my trading, it's helped me become a more objective actor, a more um, more aware of my emotions as they're happening. So I'm less prone to trading errors. I'm more rational in the market. So that's what it does to answer your question.
Sure. Got your point. Yeah.
Yeah. So as I said, mindfulness is backed by science. It helps in better decision making. It reduces thoughts that create stress and anxiety, increases concentration, helps manage emotions, helps you contextualize the ups and downs of the market. Because look, losses are a reality of the market. Losses are a reality of trading. And they're an inevitable part of the process of trading. Losses are going to happen, So how you go through losses um, determines, to a large extent, the sort of trader you are and the sort of long-term results you're going to get. If losses get to your head and it destabilize you emotionally, it's going to be hard to be consistent, to stay consistent in the market, because you're going to tend to make those trading errors I mentioned earlier: FOMO, revenge trading, and so on. So science confirms meditation. So it's not just it's not just it's serious stuff. All right. And now a lot of legendary traders like Ray Dalio, for instance, some of the most renowned traders and investors out there, they use some form of meditation to help them develop and maintain a trading or investing psychology edge. They began their trading day sitting on a meditation cushion. For instance, Ray Dalio, founder and CEO of what's the name? Bridgewater Associates, the world's largest hedge fund, famously said, meditation, more than any other factor, has been the reason for what success I've achieved. And Ray Dalio has even built many of the principles and that he learned as a longtime meditation practitioner into his firm's culture. Now, Paul Tudor Jones as well meditates. Here's what he said about the practice: meditation has helped me become a better individual, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And Tudor Jones became famous in the 80s and is known for his macro trades, particularly his bet on currencies and what else? Currencies and interest rates, I believe. And Linda Rushke as well, a veteran trader featured in Jack Schwager's Market Wizards, is also a fan of meditation. She said, quote, ultimately, she was referring to meditation, will help you stay in control of yourself in the market, end quote. And those market legends and many others, they certainly practice different styles of meditation, but all of them have an element of mindfulness to them. And look, Vivek, one thing I have to add is that even though I've personally spent a lot of my time studying mindfulness and its epistemology in Buddhist monasteries in a Buddhist context, mindfulness isn't Buddhist. It's not Hindu, it's not Muslim, it's not Christian. Mindfulness is not a religion. I hope I made this clear. Mindfulness is a fundamental quality of the human mind, and it's accessible to anyone who's willing to look into it. And I hope this was clear.
Yep.